Hello and welcome to Tuesday's Tips. It is great to have you here each and every Tuesday. I'm going to hop on to give you some tip to help you propel your coaching forward, be more effective in the way that you're engaging with your audience, um, really show up in the space of professional coaching. I'm Meg Rentler. I'm the host of the Star Coach Show. I'm also a coach, mentor, and instructor, and I believe that the world needs more coaching. And that means that we need qualified, excited, um, well-trained coaches to get out there and get their work into the world. Because when we listen more deeply, when we show more curiosity, when we invite people into their own brilliance, how can that not bring positives into the world? Well, today, as I was thinking about, what should we focus on in today's Tuesday Tips? One of the things that struck me was that often when I work with new coaches, which is all the time, one of the things that keeps them from getting their work into the world is a lack of confidence based upon how new many of them are. Now, many times I work with being an instructor in two schools, I'm going to work with relatively new coaches who are going through the program. But I also, in the Star Coach community, in my weekly podcast, I'm engaging with coaches across the spectrum. Often it is the concept of, how do I get my coaching in front of people? How do I describe what I'm doing? And many times, since I teach in an executive coaching school, it's, how do I get in front of organizations? What is it that I say about what I do? Or what is the thing that's going to make me attractive to this organization? And it's my belief that we try to reinvent the wheel. We try to we want to be unique and bring our unique aspect forward. And I would offer that there are proven tools out there. There's proven resources that you could lean into to get over this confidence paradox, right? Because we need to acknowledge that in order to bring a service forward, we have to do so confidently. We have to feel good about what it is that we're offering and be able to do so even while we're maybe building that muscle or building our reputation or our expertise as a coach. And so with that confidence gap that can be there, I would offer that if you leverage tools, if you leverage expert resources that are out there that fit in alignment with who you are and what you offer, that can create that bridge in the gap of confidence. I think that it's about finding credible resources that you believe in, that support who you are and what you want to do as a coach, that can help leverage you forward. So, for example, we know that there's so many resources available to us, and I think it's important that we do some vetting or looking at what is it that is credible and in alignment with what I want, and that I feel good about sort of offering. So go back to my example that, in all of the assessments and the different tools that we can provide in the way of assessments to our clients, years ago, I decided that the emotional intelligence assessment made sense for sort of what I believe to be true about leadership, about offering assessment that could create a conversation around how the leader was showing up and how they were perceived to be showing up. So I did my certification and got certified in the emotional intelligence tool that I could use both as the individual assessment and as a 360 assessment. And having that tool allowed me to approach organizations and offer packages around giving that assessment to their leadership. For one organization that I worked with for about 2 years, and we went through a process of running their leaders through the 360 tool, because you don't want to do a 360 all at once for everybody, because you'll have rater fatigue. There's only so many people who can rate people, and if you're asking them to rate every single leader, there's rater fatigue there, but that's a whole nother Tuesday tips. Anyway, point being, it was having the tool of the 360 assessment, being well trained in it and feeling good about my delivery in it, that allowed me to work with this organization. And then it opened up into some coaching engagements with them, and doing little packages with the leaders to get them through that emotional intelligence assessment, but also sort of opened up other engagements throughout the organization. Those are the kinds of things that can create that oomph that you need to be able to, sort of a methodology or a language that you can approach organizations with and be able to confidently offer um, something to go along with your coaching. From the client perspective, that's going to allow them to increase their positive engagement with you, because when you reference things that are researched and the clear methodology and what we know to be true about, for example, what we know to be true about emotionally intelligent leaders and how they show up, and when we can increase that aspect of their leadership, it's going to impact the organization, the leader themselves, their teams, that kind of thing. So there are many, as I said, we have nothing if we don't have a plethora of resources out there available to us. And then I think it can become overwhelming in trying to decide, what is it that I want to use, or what is it that really, what can I trust even? And I think in that, you want to lean into, who are your trusted resources? Who are the people that you believe in? Who's walked the path before you that you um, appreciate what they offer or their perspective. And my hope for those people who listen to the Star Coach show and who have followed me, that you can trust that I'm not going to offer you a resource that is not something that I trust and believe in. In that, I think that um, when something comes across my path that I am like kind of blown away by, I can't help but to offer it to the Star Coach audience, to the people who follow me and who I've trained and taught, or who listen to the show, who come here to whether you're watching me on LinkedIn or Facebook or on my YouTube channel at Star Coach Show. Know that I'm not going to recommend a resource that I don't really, really believe in. And when we think about um, building our confidence and building our ability to engage with organizations or leaders or coaching clients who we want to be able to clearly offer a particular value to, something that's recently crossed my path that I am like hands down excited about is something called the Synergy Stack that Karen Hurt and David Dye have created through Let's Grow Leaders. And it's such a dynamic tool that when I listen to them talk about it and see what it is, I think to myself, oh my gosh, this would be a game changer for those coaches that I work with, especially those coaches who want to get into organizations, work with leadership teams, make a difference with a method, with a system to follow, with something that you can say, this is what I will do with your team or with your executives or with your what however you want to, this is what is going to, this is how we are going to engage, this is the tool that we're going to use, and then that can build into so much more. So because I was so excited about it, as a matter of fact, I should have pulled it down. Give me a second here. So it starts with a tool as simple as the Synergy Stack, which is a tool of a methodology and a framework and gosh, it is just a system that works so well with clients. And what David and Karen have done is like built this library of resources that is mind-blowing. So I asked them, would you be willing to do a training for the Star Coach audience, for people who follow me, who know that I'm not going to recommend something that isn't like hands down awesome? And they said, yeah, we would do that. And not only that, but we'll give your audience a discount price for doing that. So what I want to invite, I don't always have a call to action in my Tuesday tips, but today I'm going to have a call to action to you. And the call to action is either leave a message or directly below the video or wherever you're watching me on LinkedIn or Facebook, or DM me, direct message me in any of those platforms and just say, Meg, I want to know more about the Synergy Stack training, which, by the way, you would actually end up walking away being a certified Synergy Stack facilitator. So you could go into organizations and offer this training, but also this coaching approach, because you can use it with individuals or with teams. It just really, I mean, like, I don't get lit up all the time about different things, but what Karen and David have put together is just amazing. And I'm always listening for, is this something that I believe will help coaches get their impact into the world? Because if anything hurts my heart, it is when somebody is pumped and excited to be a coach, but just can't make the gap over what they want to do and getting in front of, especially, like I said, because I teach in an executive coaching school, those leadership and executive coaches who want to create an impact in organizations, but they just freeze. They don't know how to do it. And I believe down to my toes that having a framework, having a methodology, and a toolkit that gives you not just like tools, but like research-based, dynamic, innovative, fun, and yet effective tools that to bridge that gap, that's like exactly what I believe that coaches need. And that's exactly what I believe this training does. So Karen and David they've agreed to do a training for my audience at a reduced price, June 20th. June 20th of 2025. And today is May 20th. So a month from today, we are going to do a training, and the people who join the training are going to be walking away as certified facilitators of this program. And the amount of things that come with it are kind of mind-blowing. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, yes, I want to bridge the gap. I want to bridge the gap in my confidence. I want to be able to confidently approach people, know clearly what I'm offering, and use this tool, this very affordable, um, and sort of no-brainer, like, "Oh my gosh, who wouldn't want this?" kind of tool, to enhance my coaching, DM me wherever you're listening and say, "Yes, I wanna know about it." Or there's one other thing. My friend Shauna Gemmel, who is also a coach, who is a member of the Star Coach community, has already gone through the training. She's gone through the training before the Star Coach uh, cohort, and she is going to get with me on a live. We're going to do a live broadcast just like this on Friday the 23rd at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Come back here to the Star Coach Show on YouTube or the Facebook page of Star Coaches or my LinkedIn page. And Shauna's going to share what this training has done for her business, what it opened up for her, what some of the ins and outs of it are, what, why she so strongly recommends it after going through it. So if you want to hear from somebody who's actually walked through the program, join us on Friday, May 23rd, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here. Well, come to the YouTube channel at Star Coach Show, and you can ask questions. You can engage with us. You can determine, is this training something that would benefit you? Because I truly believe that if you're a leadership coach or want to work with executives or want to help people communicate more effectively, this training is probably right up your alley. So that's my call to action. And I'm gonna when I wrap up this live today, I'll put a links if you want to register for our Friday live stream. It's a free live stream. You can join us. If you want to know about the training before Friday, shoot me a direct message or leave me a message below the video on any of the platforms, and I will get back with you. But I got to tell you, I get in front of people all the time. I mean, we have 440 shows of the Star Coach Show. That means I've interviewed over 400 different people who do industry leaders who do amazing things. There are amazing things happening in the coaching industry. And I've got to say, what Karen and David have put together is a little bit mind blowing. So I wouldn't bring it forward if I didn't think that it was mind blowing, and it really is. Check it out on Friday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you want to come to our live, or if you want to know more from me, just shoot me a message, because we're filling the cohort now. And at the price that Karen and David are offering for the Star Coach Show, that you're not going to get it at that price anywhere else. And we want you to be part of our cohort if it's a fit for you. So let me know, and just know that whatever you decide to do, get your work into the world. Listen more deeply. Show up with curiosity. Challenge people to be their best. That's what we do as coaches, and the world needs more of it. So until next Tuesday for more. Oh, goodness gracious. I almost forgot what I do Tuesday tips for as well, which is to highlight my show that comes out tomorrow. Their new Star Coach show comes out every Wednesday. Tomorrow, I did a solo show that actually is already live on YouTube, but it's going to come out on all the other platforms tomorrow, about how we manage our emotional compass as coaches, how we have to manage what's going on in here to be the best out here. And I got to say, being confident and having great tools is probably one way to do that. But I talk about lots of ways to regulate our emotional compass as a coach in tomorrow's show. So follow the show wherever you listen to podcasts, or at Star Coach Show on YouTube. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you follow us. So until next week, this is Meg Rentschler, wishing you the very best for your success. Take care, and think about joining us on June 20th. It's going to be an amazing training. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.